Hi, I'm Delandis and welcome to Delandisworld. Ooh, we have a good one today. I want to talk about men in heels. Is this subject taboo to you? Why is it okay for women to wear heels but guys can't? Or, I think it's more acceptable today, but why is it sometimes frowned upon when you see guys in heels? Now, I know that it's a little different today and, it's more acceptable, but sometimes you would be very shocked at how, especially in the dance community, it's not always accepted. And there's a big divide between guys who dance in heels and guys who don't, or guys who won't dance in heels. This is something that I've had questions about. I've actually spoken to male dancers, and I must say that I've been somewhat shocked at sometimes the answer to it. As a heels dancer, I always find when I'm dancing, it's a character. To me, it has nothing to do with sexuality. Listen, I think that I have a pretty cool life, but I think my life is so much cooler when I get to play a character, when I get to be an actor. So it's a no-brainer when it comes to me being comfortable wearing a heel. Now, was it always like that? No. There was a time that I didn't want to be seen wearing a heel. It's something that I had to get used to. I taught burlesque at a dance studio where I had a window. And I think that gave me the confidence because I would always have people looking into the window watching my classes. And so I wasn't always comfortable dancing in a heel. And it took time, but I find that there's some men, especially in the dance community, who refuse or will never dance in a stiletto. Say you have an audition for a big recording artist and they want you to wear a stiletto. Would you refuse to? Or would you just say, hey, this is a part of what we do? And sacrifice what your beliefs may be or what your feelings may be towards wearing a stiletto. What I find interesting is most guys that used to take my dance class or my burlesque class were from other countries. And one thing I noticed is it had nothing to do, and mind you, most of them were straight. It had nothing to do, again, like I said, with sexuality, but it was about learning the character or learning the art of burlesque. And that's what I really appreciated. I would try to recruit a lot of guys, hey, come take class, it's fun, and sometimes I would get people taking class, or I would get some guys that, wanted to get the experience, but most times I would always get, I don't know if this is for me, there are a lot of girls, I don't want people looking at me, so I wonder if it was behind the scenes, or if this was, I would say, in the closet. I wonder if there would be more guys, especially American men, that were open to dancing and exploring in a heel. Because it's fun. It's really fun. It's not easy, and so it has to be fun. Because it's not easy, we associate working in a heel or dancing in a heel with being feminine. And most times it is, yeah, especially with the style that I teach, burlesque, because we emulate being a woman. I don't emulate being a man or being a gay man, I emulate being a woman. So when you have to really tap into those characteristics, that can make it also uncomfortable. But I would love to see more guys being more open to it. Now, why is it when you do see guys in stilettos, it's such a shock when it should be something that's very normal, right? Especially in the dance community. I always say, we separate as dancers a lot of times. I stopped doing this actually a long time ago. We separate the dance community from the acting community. And when you see these actors on television and they're playing different types of roles, it's okay. They can play a gay role, they can play, you name it, any role, because they're actors, right? So I try to translate that into the dance world, because as dancers, we are actors. It is a form of acting. So when we do, when I say open yourself up, men, to being able to explore in a heel, you may find something that's thrilling. So dance community, when will it be okay for guys to dance in heels and feel confident? I actually had a friend who would take my class and would not want to do the class in a heel. And so I told them, if you wanted to continue to take my class, if you wanted to continue to get the full experience, you have to wear a heel. It's not okay that you come into this class and just emulate without being able to understand what it's like to walk in a stiletto, because when you do think about heels or burlesque style, you think about being in a heel and being beautiful. And it also too changes the line of the body, it changes the look, and it makes you feel a different way. So what would you do if an iconic recording artist came to you and wanted to use you and wanted to feature you in their music video on stage, but you had to wear a stiletto? Would you take the job or would you not? That's the question. So these are all questions. I'm not trying to push my beliefs on someone. I'm not trying to say that this is what you should do. It's really a question of why, or would it be something that, you know, if you don't prefer dancing in a heel, my men dancers, is it something that you would consider? So yeah, it's just really why. I just posed that question because I know that I've had many conversations with dancers and I really respect their answers, because listen, everything is not for everybody. You know, it is funny though, I guess I have such a reputation of always dancing in a heel. I always have people come to me asking me if I do any other styles or if I do hip hop or jazz or I'm like, look, I didn't grow up dancing in a heel. Of course I do. I mean, I can hip hop with the best of them, trust me, okay? So the heels and the stilettos just kind of stuck with me and it became my thing. And again, it may not be your thing, but I just pose this challenge to you. Try something different. You may like it. It may become a part of what you do. And I will say this too. As a choreographer, it's so awesome when you can go and you can work with all different types of people. Because I tell you, one time I was doing a job and there was a choreographer that was on the job and I was just a dancer, and that choreographer did not want to do much of the women's choreography, and so he delegated that role to me. And guess what happened? They just went directly to the horse's mouth. They went to me the next time they wanted something. So, hey, as guys, and I know, and there are great choreographers out there who don't dance in heels, but they're fierce choreographers for women. So I really salute that and I really appreciate that. But yeah, be open. Take opportunities, take chances, be the absolute best that you can be. You know what? I think I'm gonna start my own day. I'm gonna start a Men in Heels Day. What do you think about that? We have all these days: Pet Day, Friendship Day, Dance Day. We're gonna have a Men in Heels Day. So listen, I need your help. I want you to help me figure out what day that's gonna be, okay? Men in Heels Day. I think that's gonna be fun. And I wanna see every single one of you guys participating across the board, across the world. Men in Heels Day, yeah! If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to this channel. Yes, and pressing those bell notifications so that you get any notifications from me when I upload new videos. I will see you next time.